Hey everybody, Samantha White here, and today I'm going to be talking about a video that I made almost 2 years ago called Come Shopping With Me, I think was the name of it. And in case you haven't seen it, the entire premise of this video was that I was going grocery shopping and I was taking you guys along with me to the bulk store that I went grocery shopping at the time. I happened to have my entire morning free, and so I was doing some light reading through the comments of this video, as you do, and I noticed a couple things. Mainly that I've been getting a lot of new comments on this video recently, and I figured that since there were so many comments and so many people were still watching this video, I would go through and address some of those things that people are saying. I went through all the comments for the last year. I didn't really go any farther back than that, and I wrote down the most common reoccurring questions and concerns that people had, and I'm just gonna go through them right now. Before I get into the really common comments that I have, I wanted to just tell you guys about one comment in particular that was by far my favorite comment I've ever read on any of my videos. And it read, "Your eyebrows need to have children. I love them." What? That's the best thing ever. Now, with that being said, let's jump in to the other comments that I have written down here. The first one is, "I wish I could do this where I live." A lot of people wrote things about how they wish that bulk stores existed in their area, or they wish that the stores in their area allowed them to bring their own containers. And there was just a general kind of, oh, this is really cool, but it's so unattainable where I live, and I wish it wasn't. I was super fortunate when I filmed this video. I lived in a place where there were lots of bulk options, especially grocery shopping. So I agree with this, like, general statement of I wish I had that bulk store back in my life as well. But even if you don't have a bulk store, that doesn't mean you can't live a low-waste lifestyle. I actually did a video called Come Shopping With Me Part 2 at Price Chopper, which I will link in the description of this video, where I went shopping at a local conventional grocery store chain called Price Chopper. There are low-waste options no matter what type of grocery store you have near you. Question number 2, well, I guess comment number 2, because the first one wasn't really a question. So question number 1, comment number 2, is, how much was this shop, and is it expensive to shop this way? I don't remember exactly how much this specific grocery shop cost. I assume it cost around $100 because that was what I was spending every week for 2 people. I was shopping for 2 people at the time, and I would buy all of our items for about $100. That being said, the grocery store that I did this Come Shopping With Me in, I actually worked at, so I got a 20% discount. So $100 for me was probably $120 if you didn't get a discount on the items. So it was decently expensive, but I was willing to pay it because of the discount, and also because all of the items were as locally sourced as possible from small farms. And a lot of the people who worked at the store knew the farmers that they were getting the food from. Is it more expensive? I find that oftentimes no, buying in bulk is cheaper because I can just buy a small amount of the items that I want instead of having to buy a predetermined packaged size. So if I don't want a whole bunch of lentils, I can just buy a smaller amount of lentils and pay less money. That being said, the shiitakes were $12.99 a pound or something, 16 maybe a pound, and the peaches were like $4 a pound, and I got quite a few comments being like, what are you doing? They are so much cheaper other places. And that may be true, but they were local, and also where I was living at that time, food was just kind of expensive. That was just a thing. Number 3, a couple of people have commented and asked, why did I buy paper towels? And the only thing I can think of, because I did not say that I bought paper towels at all in this video, is that as I'm walking out of the store, in the end of the video, you can see the toilet paper that I buy in my bag, and just for clarification, that is toilet paper wrapped in paper. That was not paper towels. I don't see a reason to use paper towels at all in my daily life. I don't miss using paper towels at all. That's not true. Occasionally I do. God, how handy is it to just clean something up and throw it away? So I miss it sometimes. But usually paper towels don't cross my mind. Hey guys, so editing Samantha here, and I've realized that I missed number 4 completely. I just skipped over it, but I'm gonna remedy that. So number 4 was that I shouldn't have driven to the store. In the video, I was in a car for part of it going to the grocery store. I lived too far away from the grocery store to bike or to walk it. And the public transport situation just didn't make it feasible for me to make it to that particular grocery store via anything but a car. That's all I had to say. Now back to the actual video. Number 5. Number 5 is, where is the store? A lot of people have asked that, and at the time I did not disclose the location of the store because I was working there. I just didn't want to put that information on the internet. I definitely don't work there anymore, so I'm gonna let you guys know that that store was the Upper Valley Food Co-op in White River Junction, Vermont, which is just a tiny little village on the border of New Hampshire, and it was adorable. I love it. That store will always have a very, very special place in my heart. If you're ever in the area, I would highly recommend stopping in at the Upper Valley Food Co-op. Number 6, go vegan. Now, 2 years ago when I filmed this video, I got so many comments right away, and the majority of them were all saying go vegan. So many so that I actually did a response video and kind of addressed this concern. In the video, I did buy cream, and I mentioned buying cheese and eggs, all of which I was buying locally at the time from small-scale farms. I was buying dairy, so I do understand why people were upset about that. The dairy industry in general has a lot of problems. I get it. I hear your concerns. I really, really do. But yeah. And number 7, which is the last thing I wrote down, was, where do the bulk bins get filled from, and doesn't that mean you're just pushing your waste farther up the supply chain? That's not really zero waste. And yeah, that's kind of true. I actually love these comments because it means that people are thinking about it more than just, oh, I'm not specifically creating waste, so it's fine. I agree with these comments. I have these exact same thoughts. Because I worked at that grocery store that had bulk bins, I know that at least at the time when I was working there, the way that they got filled was the bulk item came in either a big plastic container or a paper bag. A lot of the dry bulk goods came in big paper bags, and then we would dump them from that paper bag into a plastic bulk bin that was reusable. It was definitely not a single use. It was just all the bulk bins that they had at this store were plastic. Yeah, so it comes in one big container that is either recyclable or is not. I don't think any of them came in reusable containers. There was no like deposit system. That didn't exist for any bulk items. But wouldn't it be great if it did? Like, I do find that that is the main issue with bulk stores. I can go in and I can use no new resources minus all the food that I'm buying. I can use no plastic bags. I can bring in all my own containers. But at the end of the day, the store itself has a lot of trash, and that area needs to be addressed. But I do feel like there is hope because a deposit system could potentially be in place, especially for local farms and local farmers. And I hope that at some point that happens. So those are all the comments that got commented. I'm saying comment so much in this video. Thank you to all of the people who commented nice, lovely things on this video. Thank you for your positivity. Thank you for your words of encouragement. Thank you for the tips that a lot of you have given. I do honestly love that when you guys have really good tips. And thank you to all the people who commented questions or, you know, concerns on the video as well. I really am trying to live in a way where I'm open to comments and suggestions, and as long as they're not being hateful or attacking me specifically, and they're just trying to be educational without being condescending, I'm super into that. I want to be the type of person who can listen to other people's feedback and actually talk about it instead of just getting emotional. So, thank you to everyone who commented in those nice, positive, lovely ways. That is all I had to say. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you are all having a great day. Bye!